prophets of the Bible were sent from the Most High. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Your love is beautiful.
So beautiful, yeah.
Your love is wonderful. Yes. Your love is beautiful.
So beautiful, you know.
Your love is wonderful.
Yo. Israel. This is it. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Egypt. Yeah, man. This is talking about the spiritual Egypt, America, the house of bondage.
Oh, that's how our Western journey began.
Yeah, man. Israel gone captivity for breaking your law. We were driven out of Israel by the Roman Empire. Seek some refuge in our West Africa. Then the Arab and the Amite soldiers to Esau. Them pack us from the slave ship to America. Enslave us, fire on the slave master. But the scripture said, you must be a fierce slaughters. For the iniquities now your forefathers.
Your love is beautiful.
So beautiful, you know.
Your love is wonderful.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Your love is beautiful. Your love is wonderful. Your love is wonderful. Your love is beautiful. Your love is wonderful. Holy One of Israel. Your love is beautiful.
A lovely song. Y'all love is beautiful, and it certainly is a fact. My name is Yusuf Arif, and this is the Real Talk for Real People study show, where we study the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and certainly get a perspective on his people and keep a pulse on the enemies of the Most High, which are certainly our enemies too. I, along with Nasanya, my Isha, simply my wife in Hebrew, she helped facilitate and administrate the show and certainly give astute comments and commentaries, along with our friend, our brother, your brother, Elder, Brother Cottrell of New York City, along with Yusuf Arif, are here to facilitate these studies. That being said, welcome back. You know, I listened to a portion of that song, and I said to myself when the brother was singing, and some people have the erroneous idea of believing the captivity is just facilitated, logistically speaking, in these United States of America, which is a fallacy. The captivity is universal. Under the last kingdom, by virtue of the Greeks and the Romans, the Roman Catholic Church, and the derivative of that church, so-called religions. And so I like to set that for the record. This captivity is not one-dimensional. It's multifaceted and multidimensional. And it covers a lot of groundwork. And it's not restricted to the landmass of these United States of America. It's a universal captivity. And I was thinking also, while coming on the show, I was saying to myself, what possessed those in our land to attack Ishmael, Iran, to tell them, well, I got nuclear weapons, but you better not have none? That's crazy. to go to the extent of bombing a sovereign country because you got it, you don't want nobody else to have it. That's an act of insanity. And I believe it's going to help facilitate a whole lot of madness. And I think those, based upon my studies, the Most High Word, and historically speaking, other texts, what we have here in our land, you have our brother Esau, and you have a vast component of universal white race supremacy pretending to be us. That's what we have here. And it's true. And the evidence speaks for itself. You can't leave nowhere brown and dark-skinned hue and come back white-skinned. That's crazy as hell. But if you didn't study the Most High Word and have some understanding of the contextual studies of that region of the country, Akbulan, so-called Africa, and understand there's no such thing as a Middle East. That's a new designation brought to you by way of universal white race supremacists. A Middle East. What the hell is that? Well, that's how they try to justify a whole lot of their action and dastardly deeds when it comes to their despicable behavior against Akabulan, so-called Africa. And certainly, if we didn't study the Most High Word and some additional texts, we'd be totally confused about everything and totally misled to the extent we believe everything they said when they said and how they said it. When they said jump, we said hi. That's unfortunate for us because there again, if we don't subscribe to Isaiah chapter 51, the Most High says in reference to the rock we were hewn from, the quarry we were dug from, our own kind, our own way, such as Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and certainly King David, and so many more. That's why we emulate the behavior and attributes of others that are not advantageous for us as a nation. As you can see, the evidence speaks for itself. Our young brothers and sisters are walking around like they're Alice in Wonderland, seeking to show up, show out, and showboat, and certainly to abuse, mistreat, and dominate, and sometimes kill. To the extent that our young rappers like to call themselves after Italian mafias. So the evidence does speak for itself. But the unfortunate thing is you can't tell them anything. That's the unfortunate part of it. They'll tell you right quick, you old fool, you don't know what you're talking about. But sad to say, our young brothers and sisters hadn't lived long enough to experience the experiences Brother Cottrell and I have experienced. And Nasanya is headed that way, have experienced. We were born in the 50s, brought up and raised in the 60s, lived life as young men in the 70s. And we've seen a vast conglomerate of what's going on. That's why we're elders. Been there, done that, seen that. So we are in prime position to help facilitate these studies, as all elders should be. Cottrell and I are not anything special. It should be incumbent upon all elders of the nation to fill in the gaps, to instruct the nation, to advise the nation, as we've done many more times before this time. Praise the Most High and bless his holy name. I'd like to give some blessings, and I will introduce Nasanya and Brother Cottrell. Lord of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all praise and blessing be unto your powerful and beautiful and wonderful name. Give us wisdom, give us understanding, and most importantly, Yah, give us humility. All praises and glory be unto your name. Hallelujah. Now, Sonia, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you so much, Yamsu. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Holy One of Israel. Happy to be back. Blessed to be back. All praises.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Sonia. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yamsu Ari, and may the Most High bless you and my sister Nasanya as well.
Thank you, brother. We're grateful. We're grateful. Thank you.
Bless Yah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless His holy name. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to our Creator, the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of Abraham, Yiskat, and Yisrael. Thanking Him for all things and everything. It's good to hear your voices. And Yam Suf, you know what I say.
Yes, sir.
Powerful.
Thank you, brother. I hope it was good, Brother Cottrell.
Yeah, man. Because listen, Yah's word is how long?
Forever.
Everlasting.
Ancient. Everlasting.
And we know that when men defile the land of Yisrael, the Holy Land, what happens?
You see what's happening. The evidence
land spits them out. Did the land spit us out?
Yes, sir.
The land's about to spit all these people out right now.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned the youth of our people.
Mm-hmm.
And the youth of our people need our elders.
Yes, sir.
I saw a documentary one time where there was some young elephants. And they was like tearing up farmland. They was acting rogue. They was all into their testosterone. And they transferred these elephants into the midst of some older elephants. These older elephants put these young elephants in check. It was amazing to see because that's all these young elephants needed. Because you know, young people, they be all into their testosterones. They growing up. They don't know what the world is about. It's so unfortunate, Yam Suf, that you mentioned you and I are there to try to be the vanguard for our young people. I don't know how many young people are listening to our program, but there should be way more elders relaying our roots, history, and culture to our young people. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you very much, Brother Cottrell. You're certainly correct. Now, son, your Brother Cottrell and fellow students, here's how the format of the show will go tonight. Yam Suf will be studying in the book of Tehillim, which you call by the Greek word Psalms 37. I won't complete the studies. I'm gonna break it down because I'm trying to get you to stop reading and just glossing over things. I want you to immerse yourself into the studies. And so by reference of that, I will be concluding tonight's study. I will pause this song in verse 19. And I will pick up, most high willing, tomorrow at verse 20. I want you to take your time. Don't rush through anything. Meditate on what's studied and try to garner all you can by virtue of these studies. Brother Cottrell, on the other hand, will close out the studies for the night in the book of Shemot, whom you call by the Greek word Exodus, chapter 8, the second plague, frogs, the third plague, lice, fourth plague, flies, and that will conclude the studies for the night with Brother Cottrell. So that being said, fellow students, if Nasanya is ready and Brother Cottrell is ready, I'm ready. Nasanya, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Brother Cottrell, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
We pray, students, that you're ready. Turn with us to the book of Tehillim, the Hebrew word, for this Greek word, Psalms 37. The heritage, yes, the righteous receive a heritage of the righteous, and the calamity of the wicked. Yes, the wicked are in calamity. Though it may not seem to you on the appearance, look at some of our brothers. There was calamity beseated them. R. Kelly, P. Diddley, my boy, the Jello Man, the football player.
Bill Cosby, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson, the football guy. Yes, O.J. Simpson, and many, many more. because they have their minds are too focused on the physical, where they neglect the spiritual and the mental, which should be just the opposite. Our young people should understand. No, we're not saying don't try to get no money and don't try to do that. But what we're saying is don't focus on that as your major focus. Your major focus should be on your spiritual and your mental, and the physical will come right along. Praise the Most High. So King David says in this first stanza in this song, he informs us, do not fret. You know what he's saying? Don't worry because of evildoers, just like we're doing now. We're worried about the likes of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, what's going on in our homeland, and so on and so forth. But King David said, don't worry because of evildoers. And he said, in conjunction with that, nor be envious of the workers of it. Don't, oh man, I wish I had it like Donald Trump. I wish I had like Elon Musk. I wish I had like those in our homeland. No, you don't want to wish none of that. Don't wish that upon yourselves. And you know why? King David says in the second stanza, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass. Because we don't look at our lifespan. Our lifespan is not a long lifespan, not in accordance to the lifespan of our ancient ones, which lived 900, 600, 700, 800 years, 120 years, 160 years, 130 something years. Our lifespan are rather short. So considering that lifespan, we think that's it. But in reality, we have a shorter lifespan. And in that short lifespan, we think, oh man, I wish I had it like that. No, you don't wish you had it like that. Because King David makes reference to it. They should soon be cut down like the grass and wither as green herb. They're going to be here today and going tomorrow, so to speak. And stanza 3. Here's what King David says, what you should put in your focuses and attention to. Trust in the Elohim. In conjunction with that, don't just trust in Yah, but do good. A lot of us say, Hebrew Israelites. A lot of us say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. That's fantastic. But are you doing something in conjunction with that? Are your actions reflective of it? Are you doing good? Are you simply talking about it, not being about it? King David said, don't just say you trust in Yah. Show by your actions that you trust in Yah by reference of what you do. Do good. And as a result, dwell in the land and feed on his faithfulness. Who's faithful? Yah's faithful, because he's faithful to you as long as you're doing the right thing. In the stanza 4, King David says, delight yourself also. Delight in Yah. A lot of us are so miserable because we want to be like, go along and get along, want to be like the Joneses. We're so miserable in our status and state of mind that we want to emulate evil people and want to name ourselves after rap stars, gangsters, and so on and so forth. To the extent we're not happy with what we got, we want what somebody else got. Unfortunately, that was the mindset of our ancient ones in ancient times. We had it going on. Our ancients had it going on. But that wasn't good enough for them. They wanted to be like the nations round about them. Ooh, they have a gay parade. I want to have one. I want to march in one. Oh, they murdered folk. I'd like to murder some of us. Oh, they stealing folks' husband and wife. They cheating and everything. I want to cheat right along with them. Oh, they talk bad to their mamas and daddy. Ooh, I want to talk bad to my mom and daddy. Mm-hmm. You see, you catch my drift. Instead of staying in confinement and alignment with the Most High, even today, in this mindset today, just like our ancients, we're the very same way, stiff-necked and stubborn. But King David says, you should be happy. You should be happy in the Most High. Delight yourself also in Yah. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, it contingent upon that, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. You want what everybody else got. And what everybody else got ain't good for you. King David says, if you delight yourself in Yah, as a result, continue upon that, Yah, he should give you the desires of your heart, what you really need, not what you want. And he says, in stanza 5, commit your way to Yah. And you can't commit any way to Yah. You got to commit the right way to Yah. Commit your way to Yah, what you're doing in life. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. In reference to that, in stanza 6, King David says, he shall bring forth your righteousness as the light, as wisdom. Brother Cartier and Lasagna alluded that to you yesterday. He shall bring your righteousness as the light, as wisdom, and your justice as the noonday. As stanza 6, King David says, rest in the Elohim. Lay down, sit down. We need to sit down somewhere. We need to chill out, chillax. Rest in the Elohim and wait patiently for him. We always in a hurry. We want fast taco, fast food, fast wine, fast women, fast men, fast guns, fast cars, and none of that's good for us. But King David said, hold on, chill out, chillax. He says, rest in the Elohim. Time out. In conjunction, wait patiently for him. And stop being in a rush for everything. Because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass. Excuse me, let me go back. Because I missed this sentence. And King David says that word again. Do not fret, simply worry because of him who prospers in his way. Don't worry about what things may appear to be on the outside. He's prospering or she prospering in that evil way. Don't worry about that. Because the man who brings wicked schemes to pass, here's the final analysis. If you're doing that because of the man and a woman who brings wicked schemes to pass, King David said, don't worry about it. It's because they seem to prosper in their way. But he gives you something to do while you're not worried about them. Here's what we all should be, because we have been socially engineered and conditioned, and we have post-traumatic slave syndrome, and we got a whole lot of animosity and hatred in us, a lot of hate, a lot of anger, a lot of mental issues. King David says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Cease from all this anger issues and forsake all this wrathful attitude you've got. And he says, that word again, in stanza 8, do not fret, do not worry. It only causes harm. Being full of anger, being full of wrath only causes you mental, emotional, and spiritual harm. It hurts you far more than you projecting that off on all your anger issues and your wrathful issues unjustifiably. King David said, leave that alone. Don't worry, leave that alone, because it only causes harm. And King David says in stanza 9, you're worried about the wrong thing, so to speak. And he tells you the end result of these people that you're worried about. You're trying to emulate. Stanza 9. For evildoers shall be cut off. The final analysis. But those who wait on the Elohim, cease from anger, forsake wrath, and do good. They shall inherit the earth, not heaven. Not going to heaven. They said nothing about you going to heaven, okay? He said they shall inherit the earth. Praise Yah. Because he ain't invited nobody up there. A lot of y'all going around, I'm going to heaven. I'm going. Did y'all invite you to heaven? Or the heavens? Because there's more than one. Y'all invited neither one of y'all to heaven or the heavens, okay? It was designed in the first beginning that Adam and Eve was to live out. They lived their lives. There wasn't no death. Adam and Eve was to live on earth. This your heaven. Okay? A lot of y'all wrong. I'm going to heaven. What heaven you going to? Y'all invite you to heaven or the heavens. In stanza 10, King David said, for yet a little while, so it seems, for yet a little while. Y'all think they got it. You ain't lived long enough in your human body. But he says, King David, for yet a little while, in conjunction with that, the wicked shall be no more. They're here today, gone tomorrow. That's what King David is sharing with you. And he says in stanza 10, indeed, you will look carefully for his place. You will examine the wicked. Such, Brother Cottrell brought up some valid points yesterday. And he said, but it should be no more. Such as Adolf Hitler, Mao Zedong, Mussolini, the fellow in Russia, crazy one, a lot of crazy one, a whole lot of them. They're here today, going tomorrow. And the likes of these now in this time frame, they'll be here today, going tomorrow. So King David said, don't focus on them, because you will look carefully for his place, but it should be no more. Case in point were those people I just mentioned. But the humble, in stanza 11, King David said, the meek, the humble shall inherit her virtually. The meek, virtually the humble, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Praise the Most High. In stanza 12, the wicked plots against the just. That's what they do. That's the modus operandi, evil people. The wicked plots against the just, and they're gashing at him with his teeth, putting their mouths on you. You know what y'all does with these kind of wicked folks, and they plots and they running off at their mouth, putting their mouths on you? Stanza 13, y'all laughs at him or her. For he sees that his day is coming. There's an end to this nonsense, King David says. And stanza 14, the wicked have drawn the sword. That's their modus operandi. They set up to do you wrong, do you harm, put you down. And they're bent their bow. And here's what they do. To cast down the poor, and that's the Elon Musk of the world. Don't be surprised. Donald Trump's and so on and so forth. To cast down the poor and the needy. That's what they do. To slay those who are upright conduct. They hate men or women who are upright conduct. In stanza 15, King David says, these people, these wicked people you worried about, their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bow shall be broken as a result of the Most High. They're going to reap what they sow, and karma is a mother for you, and you better believe it. That's what King David is certainly saying in so many ways. In stanza 16, so while you worried about what the big shots and the big girls got, you worried about the wrong thing. He said, but what you need to be concerned about is what you got. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. Stop worrying about what wicked folk got. You need to worry about what you got and do right by what you got and do good by what you got. Because King David sets the end result of these wicked people. It's better than the riches of many wicked. It stands in 17. King David says, the arms, many of the wicked shall be broken. For Yah upholds who? The righteous. Yah not upholding wicked folk. Yah is upholding righteous people, not self-righteous. The righteousness and the light of the Most High. And stanza 18, King David says, you kept account of. Yah got you in sight. He says, Yah knows the days of the upright. He keeps account of you. In conjunction with that, and their inheritance shall be forever. Whatever you're going to get, and you're going to get it from Yah. You ain't got to vote it in every 2 years. You ain't got to vote it in every 4 years. You ain't got to ask for your 40 acres and a mule. You ain't got to wear placards that say your life matter. They know your life matter. They don't give a damn about it, but the Most High does. You ain't got to wear a placard that you say, I'm a man. They know you're a man. They don't give a damn about you being a man, but the Most High cares about you being a man and a woman for that matter. So their hair shall be forever when the Most High give it to you. You ain't got to worry about that 40 acres and a mule. And the last stanza, I will read for the night. Says the night 19. If you trust in the Most High, you rely on the Most High, you do right, you get away from wrath and anger issues, and you do good. They shall not be ashamed in evil time. When them evil folks are ashamed, and shame gonna come on them. You won't be ashamed in the evil time. In the days of the famine, they shall be satisfied. When times are hard, Most High got you. You ain't got to march it in. You ain't got to vote it in. You ain't got to say your life matter. You ain't got to wear plaques on these t-shirts. Only thing you got to do what the Most High says, when he says and how he says. Only thing you got to do is cease from that anger, those anger issues, those wrath issues. Only thing you have to do is let the Most High and commit yourself to the ways of the Most High and trust in him. Only thing you have to do, rest in the Most High and wait patiently for him. Only thing you have to do, don't worry because of him who prospers, and because it seems like those are doing wicked getting away with it, but they ain't. Because the man who brings wicked schemes to pass, they ain't got away. You may think, oh, Donald Trump got away. Elon Musk got away. Folks in my neighborhood got away. Some of my friends and brothers, they ain't got nowhere. They ain't got away. And the Most High is going to judge everybody. That's why he tells you. In stanza 18, Yah knows the days of the upright. Yah got you. He sees what you're doing. He sees what work you put in. He sees you working on yourself. He sees you're resting in him. He sees you're delightful in him. You're happy in him. And you ain't trying to go along and get along. He sees that you're trying to do good. And that's an action. Good. That's a verb. That denotes action. Not saying I'm super, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm something special. They ain't worth a damn. Not into itself. But being a Hebrew Israelite and being conscious, exercise wisdom and understanding and humility and doing good and gathering oneself together. That is much more worthwhile. It's simply to say, alone, I'm Hebrew Israelite. That's not enough. Praise the Most High and bless his holy name. Now, son, you may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot. Any comments on the commentaries? Lasagna, open your mic. All right, Brother Cottrell. I think she may have stepped away from the mic. Brother Cottrell, your mic is hot. Any comments or commentaries?
Brother Yamsuf, Ari, all praise to the Holy One of Israel. Do you know how many jewels King David just dropped in this chapter?
A whole bunch of them, brother.
Ooh-wee. What's he known for? All they talk about is King David slaying a giant.
Right.
David killed a giant. Okay. But they don't talk about the jewels that he drops, do they?
No, they don't.
Okay, so let's talk about the jewels that he just dropped. I had to mark verse 6, verse 8, verse 9, verse 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, and 19. It's so many verses I had to mark. Exactly. What does he say in verse 6? And he shall bring forth your righteousness as the light and your judgment as the noonday. So he depending on Yah. Bring forth your righteousness as light. In verse 8, he tells us to cease from anger and forsake wrath. How many of our people are so angry? And what they
got anger issues, brother. We got anger issues. A whole lot of us.
He said, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Because when we angry, we do some evil things, don't we?
You better believe it.
He said, for evildoers shall be cut off. Well, I was angry in that moment, y'all. I lost my mind. I lost my head. No, y'all, I was telling you, stop the anger from the beginning, right? So you don't do evil. But those that wait upon Yah, what we got to do? Is y'all telling us to wait for him?
Yes.
Or take
Wait.
initiatives?
Yeah, wait. And wait patiently. But while you're waiting on the Most High and waiting patiently, do some good.
Exactly. Because if you wait on Yah, you're going to inherit the earth. In verse 11, who's going to inherit the earth? He said, but the meek, because people think that that's a Christian saying, the meek shall inherit the earth. Where did the Christians get that concept from?
Well, that's plagiarism at its best. Stolen.
Plagiarism at its best. The meek. Are you meek? Are we meek? Or we think meek is weak? We ain't weak. We hard, nigga. No, you're too hard.
It won't be hard.
Shaolin monks are meek, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they could bust you upside your head with the blink of an eye. A Shaolin monk. And shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. That's the only way you're going to bring peace. Verse 12, the wicked plot against the just and gnash upon him with his teeth. The wicked's always plotting. But King David knows from experience what? As long as you're standing on righteousness, standing on business, the wicked ain't got nothing on you, do they? No matter how mighty they are. I skipped verse 9. For evildoers, not just by what you say, but what you're doing, right? People that do evil, what's going to happen to them?
They should be cut off.
The blood of Jesus ain't going to save them, is it?
No, sorry. No, sorry. Not by virtue of these studies.
Okay. I'm going to jump down to 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken. Seems like y'all like breaking arms, don't he?
Yes, yeah, he liked breaking arms.
He talked about breaking the arm of Pharaoh.
And he broke his arm.
Oh, yeah. Breaking people's arms? Where does that leave them?
They can't do nothing for themselves.
Defenseless.
Defenseless.
Okay. Y'all gonna break the arms of the wicked. But if you righteous, he gonna uphold you. Verse 18. Y'all know the days of the upright. Are you upright?
You better be.
And their inheritance shall be for how long?
Forever.
Why does King David keep talking about forever?
Because it's the truth of the matter, forever.
Did he tell us to trust in Yah?
Yes, sir.
And that's the hardest thing to do because you can't see Yah.
Yeah.
Trust Yah? I can't see him. Can you see air?
No, but it's there, brother.
You better trust that it's there because you would be dead if it wasn't.
You better believe it.
Okay. So just like air, Yah is there. Because who put the air there, Yamsu?
Yah did.
Okay. Verse 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. Are we living in evil time?
Yes, sir, Bob.
And in the days of famine. Are we living in a time of famine?
Yes, sir, Bob.
They talking inflation. Are y'all afraid of inflation?
No, I'm not afraid of anything.
Because even in the time of inflation, famine, what does he say? They shall be satisfied.
Yep. We go eat.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
There's so many jewels that King David is dropping. I'm not gonna go on. He says, depart from evil and do good in 27. And dwell for how long? Verse 27.
No, I stopped at 19, brother.
All right.
I'll pick
That's
up
true.
Tomorrow. Praise
I'm
you.
sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up those Jews.
Woo-wee! King
just want
David
people to
is the
meditate.
man, son. King David is the man. This is how I got peace when I was 14 years old. Y'all said study King David. You think you got problems, little man? Study King David.
Yes,
He had
sir.
way more problems than you. And King David gave me the strength spiritually that I have now, because I know how to trust. Did he tell us to trust in Yah?
Yes, sir.
Did he command us to trust in Yah? And
Yeah.
that's the hardest thing to do, because you can't see Yah. And you don't even know that he's there, but he is.
But the evidence is there.
Oh, yeah. Because when you do wrong, what you say about karma?
She's a mother for you.
Oh, yeah. Y'all will smack you right upside your head because you ain't listening. Praise Yah.
Praise God. Thank you, Brother Contra. Now, Sonia, we had called upon you first, but I guess you couldn't get your mic on or something. Any
No,
comments?
I actually was sneezing. I had to go in the kitchen and
Oh, okay.
blow my
Most
nose.
our
Any
flesh.
comments in the commentaries?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm super cleaned up down here. It's kind of dusty. But yeah, no, he actually made some points on the notes that I made. I actually made some of the similar actual notes. So all praises.
Thank you very much, Sonia.
That's plagiarism. That's plagiarism.
What you said, my brother?
That's plagiarism.
What's that, brother?
She copying my notes.
Oh,
No, I'm not even close to you, brother.
got you with that mess. Got
No,
you
right.
with that
No,
mess.
seriously, I got some of the similar notes 1 through 2, 3 through 7. I put 10 through 11, 12 through 13,
Oh
6
my
through
goodness,
16
so
through
many
19.
tools.
Yeah. So he made a point on the notes that I made as well. So all praises.
All praises. Thank both of you. And as a matter of fact, I should be thanking all of you universally throughout the studies that you all should be doing what Nasanya, Brother Khatri are doing, taking notes. Praise the Most High. Well, Brother Khatri will conclude the studies for the night in the book of Shemot. The Hebrew word for the word you call Exodus, chapter 8. Second plague, frogs. The third plague, lice. Fourth plague, flies. And after that, tomorrow we'll continue on. Praise y'all, Brother Cartrell. You have the mic. Chapter 8, the book of Shemot.
All praise to the Holy One of Israel for giving us our great prophet, the prophet Moshe. Gives us a glimpse into our roots, our culture, our beginnings, our DNA. You only need ancestry.com because you got the scriptures right in your hand. In the book of Shemot, chapter 8, the prophet Moshe writes, and Yah spoke to Moshe, go to Paro and say to him, thus saith Yah, let my people go, that they may serve me. Why is that so important, Yamsu?
You have to serve Yahweh where you can serve him, where he designate for you to serve him. You can't serve Yah anyway, and you certainly can't serve him in captivity.
Get the gold star, brother. And all Israel need to know that. Because where are we at now?
In captivity.
Yes, sir. But if you refuse to have they let us go yet?
No, sir, Bob.
Behold, I will smite your territory with frogs. And I seen a big NFL football player run from a frog. I'm not telling you no story at all. We seen a bullfrog in Virginia. It was raining, and the bullfrog pulled up to get some shelter. And this big 325-pound football player was terrified of a bullfrog.
Well, Brother Country, I imagine a whole lot of folk were terrified of bullfrog.
So the river shall
too.
Huh?
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I'm sure many people that have not seen bullfrogs will be frightened too.
Yes.
Because what you gonna do when you see a bullfrog?
You gonna I'm used to them. The son is used to it.
Yeah.
But if you weren't used to them,
they ain't no threat.
They would frighten you.
What kind of threat is a bullfrog?
Mm-hmm.
It says, so the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into your house. Imagine frogs coming in your house. What you gonna do then? Bullfrogs in your house. Damn. And into your bedroom. On your bed. What you gonna do with a bullfrog on your bed? I know a lot of females, they'd be freaking out, right?
Exactly.
So the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into your house, in your bedrooms, on your bed, into the houses of your servants, on your people, not just on the beds, on your people too. Into your ovens. They had ovens. Imagine that.
Mhm.
They try to say we was primitive. How you primitive? You got ovens in your house.
Exactly.
And into your kneading throws, and a frog shall come up upon you, on your people, and all your servants. Do you know that the Egyptians had a frog god?
Mhm.
The name of their frog god, huh?
I wonder where they got that from.
I don't know. They was worshiping all kind of things, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They was worshiping all kind of things.
Mhm.
And the name of their frog god, the name of their frog god,
Mhm.
let me see if I could get it. I wrote it down, but Heget was the name of their frog god. It had the
Okay.
body of a female and the face of a frog.
Okay. Well, I've seen a lot of women like that for real. I'm ashamed myself. I'm sorry.
Stop it, Yamsu. Stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But they was worshiping the frogs, and the frogs were sacred to them. They would not kill a frog because the frog was sacred. So Yah threw frogs on them.
Mhm.
It says, then Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, say to Aharon, stretch out your hand with your rod. Whose rod?
Aaron's.
So 10 Commandments was way off, wasn't they?
Yes, sir.
Over the streams and over the rivers and over the ponds, and cause the frogs to come up over the land of Mizraim. So Aaron stretched. Who stretched out his rod?
Aaron.
Over the waters of Mizraim. And the frogs came up and covered the land of Mizraim. Can you imagine that?
I can.
Multi-millions of frogs. Because y'all could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Are the frogs obedient to y'all?
It seems to be the case, Brother Cartrell.
Okay, when y'all summons them, what did they do?
They came.
Did they debate, fuss, and fight?
No, they didn't.
When y'all say gather and come to Mizraim, what they do?
They came.
All right. They're more obedient than us, aren't they?
They're codified.
Oh, yeah. And the magicians did so. Wait a minute, what? The magicians could do it too?
Yep.
They had more power than the white man, didn't they?
They certainly did. That's why they invaded them to find out.
Because the white man can't do that.
That's why the Greeks and the Romans invaded them to find out.
White man can't summon frogs like the ancient Egyptians did.
Mm-hmm.
Can they?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because
They can do some things. They can do some things, but they can't do that thing.
But the magicians matching what Aaron did when he stretched out his rod, did that help the problem or did it exacerbate the problem?
Well, them bring on more frog didn't help the problem. They should have got rid of the frog, but they added more problem to the problem.
Oh, we could do what you do, but you adding to the problem.
Yeah, come on now.
So Aharon stretched out his hand over the waters of Mizraim, and the frogs came up and covered the land, the whole land. Damn. And magicians did so with their enchantments. They had some superpowers, man. Mizraim. Yep. That's why people was afraid of them.
Exactly.
And brought up frogs on the land of Mizraim. Now, why would you do that? You're doing the same thing to cause problems on your land.
Mm-hmm.
Then Paro called for Moshe and Aharon and said, entreat Yah. Wait a minute. I thought you was God, Pharaoh. Mm-hmm. I thought your gods, huh?
That's what he thought.
I thought your gods is more powerful than the gods of the Hebrews. You asking me to entreat my God now? Which is what he's doing. That he may take away the frogs. Because his magicians couldn't take away the frogs, could they?
Oh, they could only add to the problem.
They added to the problem, but they couldn't take away from the problem.
Exactly.
So Pharaoh's begging Yah, take the frogs away from me and from my people. Because Pharaoh was hearing it. Yo, these frogs is on me. They in my bed. They up in my stove. They everywhere, man. What we gonna do? And they covered the land of Mizraim. And the magicians did so with their enchantment and brought up frogs. And Pharaoh called for Moshe and Aaron. And Moshe said to Pharaoh, in verse 9, accept the honor of saying, when I shall intercede for you, for your servants, and for your people, to destroy the frogs from you and from your houses, that they may remain in the river only. So he said, tomorrow. And he said, let it be according to your word, that you may know that there is no one like Yah, our Elohim. All the gods you got in Israel, they can't match our God, can they?
They certainly,
and the frogs shall depart from you. Say what, Yamsu?
they certainly couldn't, brother.
Just like the gods right now. Can Jesus match Yah?
He certainly can't.
Can Allah match Yah?
He certainly can't.
Can Buddha match Yah?
He certainly can't.
He says, from your houses, from your servants, and from your people, you're going to remove the frogs. They shall remain in the river only. Because that's where they belong, right? Frogs, that's where they belong, in the river.
Yes, sir. That's where they belong, in the river.
Then Moshe and Aaron went out from Paro. And Moshe cried out to Yah concerning the frogs which he had brought against Paro. What did Moses do?
Cry out.
Our greatest prophet, he's crying tears like King David.
Mm-hmm.
Not for our nation, but for another nation.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that amazing?
Ain't that amazing, brother?
So Yah did according to the word of Moshe, because your words are important, aren't they?
They certainly are.
And the frogs died out of the houses, out of the courtyards, out of the fields. They gathered them together in heaps, and the land stank. And we talked about the smell of death, right? Before. It don't matter if it's a frog, a fish, a horse, a human. The smell of death, oh my gosh, it make you puke. So he said the land stank. But when Paro saw that there was relief, what did he do?
Harden his heart.
He hardened his heart and did not heed them. It's like, universal white race supremacists. You think they're going to listen to Yah?
No, brother.
Okay, they're going to say it's Mother Nature. Okay.
Yep.
And as Yah has said, Yah already forewarned Moshe that Pharaoh continued to do what? Harden his
Pharaoh
heart.
kept doing what he was doing, brother.
Harden his heart. And when your heart gets so hard, what's going to happen to your heart? It's going to crack eventually, right?
Yes, sir.
Your heart is not meant to be hard, is it?
No, sir.
All right. So Yah said to Moshe, say to Aaron, say to who?
Aaron.
Stretch out your what?
Rod.
10 Commandments is wrong altogether again, wasn't they?
Certainly was. They take liberties.
Strike the dust of the land. This time it was out without warning to Pharaoh, right?
Exactly.
All other times, they told Pharaoh what was coming. This time, they're like, yo, we ain't telling Pharaoh nothing. We just going to do what Yah told us to do till Aaron stretch out his rod and strike the ground so that it may become lice. You know what lice are?
I've had them before, Brother Carter. I had to shave all my head, everywhere. I had to shave my hair on my head, under my arms, and my pubic area, and they gave me some stuff. And it ain't no fun. It ain't cute, okay?
Imagine billions of lice, and you can't get rid of them.
Mm-mm.
Lice throughout all the land of Israel. And they did so. But Aaron, not Moses, in the 10 Commandments, stretched out his hand with his rod and struck the dust of the earth. And it became lice on man, not in the beds, not in the rivers, not in their houses, but those lice jumped straight on what?
Man.
Not only
I know how they feel, Brother Carter, and the son you fellow. I know how they feel.
Oh my gosh. Not just on man, but on beasts too. The beasts. Your dogs, your cats, your cows, your sheep, your goat. Everybody got lice. Everybody, everything got lice. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
All the dust of the land became lice. How much dust is on the land?
That's a whole lot of dust, brother.
Yo, I got dust in my room. I got to dust every day.
Mm-hmm.
Dust. And I seen creatures as small as a pyramid,
Mm-hmm.
smaller than a pyramid that you write on a piece of paper. A dot, less than a dot. You gotta look at a microscope to see what their real structure looks like.
Exactly.
Y'all gives them life. And lice ain't that big.
No. Mm-mm.
Lice. How about gnats?
When they own you, and you know they own you.
And y'all in that country, when you get up in the morning before the sun rises,
right?
Them gnats be in bunches.
Oh yeah, we got one of those lights that it'll pop all night long, all night long.
I'm talking about them gnats that fly in your ears, up your nose, and your eyes.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
They fly in a pack.
Yeah, we have a bug zapper in the kitchen, and we hear it.
It pops all night long.
All night long. And you come back and look, it's gnats.
I mean, hundreds of them. Hundreds.
Yes.
And how humbling is that? That Yahweh used his most insignificant creature, the tiniest creature on planet Earth, to plague the mightiest nation on the planet. All I got to do is bugs, right?
Right.
All you got to do is use lice.
I guess it's called bugging out, Brother Country.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if y'all threw lice on the U.S. military.
It wouldn't be pretty.
Nah. Oh, heck no.
Would they be
functional? Would they be functional?
I think that's how I got it in the military. You know, when I was in the Marine Corps. I don't know how I got it. Maybe some fellow Marine. But when you got it, you know it. And like I said, I had to shave all my hair on my head, all my pubic hair on my arm. I had to use some slob they gave me. It ain't pretty. It ain't cute.
And how many different insects does y'all have to use on mankind? Because if he unleashed billions of mosquitoes on mankind, what could we do?
They'd be in a ball of confusion.
So he's unleashing lice on Mizraim. And the dust of the earth is plentiful. In the 18th verse, it says, now the magicians so work with their enchantments to bring forth lice. Why would they do that?
They tried to emulate what Moses did, but they couldn't do it.
But they couldn't do it. So there were lice on man and on beasts. They knew immediately what Yah told them to attack. Who did Yah told the lice to attack?
The people of Mizraim.
Did they obey his command?
Yes, sir, Bob, they did.
And what could man do about it?
What did Pharaoh do about it?
Absolutely nothing.
Couldn't do nothing. But you know what, Brother Contraire? Everything that's happening suggests and infer and imply. This didn't seem to affect the Hebrew Israelites.
Well, we're going to find that out. We're going to find that out.
Okay.
Because when you're in compliance with Yah and he's punishing the wicked, if you're righteous, those plagues ain't going to affect you, right?
So it seems, Brother Cadriel. Fellow students, so it seems.
All right. And it became lice on man and on beasts in the 17th verse. Or how much? The dust of the earth became lice. Is that a lot of lice?
Brother,
it's
man,
all the dust?
You coated with lice. You coated with lice.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine the suffering that these people were suffering at this moment in time.
Let me tell you from an ex-food's advice, jumpsuit. Ain't no fun with when the lights got the gun.
Yeah. The 18 verses says, now the magicians so worked there with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice on man and beasts. Then the magician said to Paro, yo, Paro, my man, this is what?
This
the
is
finger of Elohim. This ain't no game now, son.
Mm-hmm.
We done tapped into all the powers that we got, all the enchantments, all the occult that we got. This is the real creator, man. This is the real creator. He's commanding the lice to attack us. He's commanding the frogs to attack us. He's turning water into blood. Pharaoh, my man, can't you see? Did Pharaoh see? Nah. It says, but Pharaoh,
he didn't even listen to his own folks.
His own people trying to tell him. Sound like Donald Trump. Because he don't listen to his counselors.
Yes, sir. That's their modus operandi.
Huh?
That's the wicked folk modus operandi.
Yeah, wicked people don't listen to other wicked people.
Mm-hmm.
But Pharaoh's heart grew hard. What happens to your heart when it grows hard?
It's going to crack up on you.
And he did not heed them. He ain't even listened to his own people. Just as Yah has said. Should we be listening to what Yah has to say?
You better believe it.
Because everything he says seems to happen, doesn't it?
It does.
And Yah said to Moshe, rise early in the morning and stand before Paro as he comes out to the water. Then say to him, thus saith Yah, let my people go that they may serve me. Can we serve Yah in captivity?
You can't, Brother Carter.
Because he keeps saying that. We have to be released from captivity in order to do what?
Worship the Most High properly.
Or else, if you will not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies. Imagine that, Yamsu.
I can imagine because last night I woke up, my smoke was barking, and the son said, smoke, but did you hear smoke bark? So I listened for a minute because we're upstairs. I heard smoke barking. I went downstairs. There's a big horsefly. Smoke was cutting up by one big horsefly. I killed him, but I can imagine a whole lot of horseflies.
I'm like Smoke, yo. I can't stand one fly in my room. I got to get the bug spray. I got to make sure I hunt that nigga down. And he dead. He ain't flying.
That's what I did.
I'm talking about one room. I'm talking about one fly.
That's what I did.
Imagine a swarm of flies.
Ooh-wee.
A swarm. How you deal with a swarm of flies?
Man, I'm just like Smoke. I didn't want to deal with that big one I killed.
And they got bot flies in Africa.
And
those flies will bite you.
Big fly, black horse flies.
Them flies will bite you. So y'all sent these flies. What verse am I in? I just got lost in the sauce.
I think it's 21.
21? 2021.
Right.
So he said, let my people go, that they may serve me, or else if you will not let my people go, I will send swarms of flies on you, on your servants, and on your people, and it's your houses. The houses of the Mizraim shall be full of swarms, not one swarm. How many swarms?
4.
Full of swarms. Do the flies obey Yah?
Certainly did.
He gave them GPS location to where they needed to go. Did they go?
They went.
All right.
But there again, Brother Katri, I make reference to the fact they made no mention of the Hebrew Israelite houses.
That's true. And also the ground on which they stand. And in that day, I will set apart the land of Goshen.
What? There you go. Bingo.
Who was in Goshen?
Hebrew Israelites.
Who set them up for Goshen?
I would set apart the land of Goshen. Joseph set them up.
Yeah.
Joseph set him up in the land of Goshen because he knew what was coming, didn't he?
Apparently.
In which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies. Can you imagine dealing with a swarm of flies out?
And they're not in the land of Goshen. They're all everywhere else. But it seems like that they got an umbrella.
Dealing with swarms of flies will put you in a straitjacket.
Man, what you said? That fly, that one fly, almost put smoking me in the straitjacket last night.
Swarms, not one, not two, not three. How many swarms of flies
Swarm after swarm.
shall be there, in order that you may know that I am Yah in the midst of the land, because everything I created obeys me. I will make a difference between my people and your people.
Hallelujah. That's what I'm talking about.
You think y'all gonna do that again?
Yes, sir, Bob.
I think so too. Tomorrow this sign shall be. What sign we looking for? And Yah did so. Thick swarms of flies. We know swarms of flies.
Thick.
But have you ever met a thick swarm of flies?
They're like no, was no room between it. It's just thick. They just gathered together. Big pack.
Oh my gosh. How you deal with that when you ain't got no bug spray?
I guess
I'm
they were
sure-
swatting a whole lot, Brother Cottrell.
I'm sure Pharaoh ain't had no bug spray, man.
No.
Lord,
And
no.
flies, they bold. A
Yeah.
fly will fly
And
up
you got
right in your face, son,
Mm-hmm. In your ear,
and buzz
Yep.
all
up
up
your
in you.
nose.
In your mouth.
Mhm.
In
What?
your nose.
What?
And then you got so many different swarms. You got different, of flies. You got those big old horse flies. You got the little
We ain't
tiny
never seen no
flies.
thick swarm of flies, have we?
There's
No,
probably
not
so
like
many
that.
different type of flies.
Not like that.
And they came into the house of Paro. Damn. Into the service house. Because you can't stop them, can you?
Nope.
And to all the land of Mizraim, the land was corrupted because of the swarms of flies. Because flies will do that to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Because they fly all in the poop and all that kind of stuff. And you don't want no damn fly flying you because he just landed in the poop.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, body.
Then Paro called for Moshe and Aaron. That's what he should have done, right? And said, go, sacrifice. Now he ready to put them out the land to Yah in the land. And Moshe said, it is not right to do so, for we will be sacrificing the abomination of the Egyptians to Yah our Elohim.
Key point, Brother Cottrell. Key point, fellow students. You can't do that in captivity. Because you'll
Can
be
we do
doing
it
something
now?
counter contrary to what the Most High says. You can't do that.
Yamsu,
Yes.
if we did sacrifice to the Most High now, what would they say?
I tell you what the Most High would say, what Moses would say, it's an abomination of the, if you're in America, of the Americans, if you're in France, the France, if you're in Germany, the Germans, if you're in Czechoslovakia, Czechoslovakians, Ukraine, Russia, Russians. We cannot worship Yah in captivity, point blank.
And universal white racist supremacy would shut it down because they would call it witchcraft and voodoo and occult and all that, right?
Ain't no doubt about it.
All right, so can't do it here. And the Most High says in verse 22, and in that day I will set apart the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there. Can y'all control that?
He certainly did, and he certainly can, and he certainly will.
In order that you may know that I am Yah in the midst of the land. Where's Yah?
In the midst of the land.
Because people think Yah's in heaven and we waiting for him to come. No, Yah is straight up in the midst of everything that he created, right?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Because he's looking at us, he's looking at our hearts on the deeper part and watching what we say and what we do. He says, I will make a difference between my people and your people. Can y'all still do that?
He certainly can. Ain't no doubt about it.
He said, tomorrow this sign shall be. What's the sign we're looking for? And y'all shall do so. Big swarms of flies shall come into the house of Paro and to the servants in all the land of Egypt. And the land was corrupted because of swarms of flies. Then Pharaoh called to Moshe and Aaron and said, go sacrifice to Yah in the land. And Moshe said, it is not right to do so, for we will be sacrificing an abomination to Mizraim, to Yah Elohim. If we sacrifice the abomination of the Mizraim before their eyes, then they will they not stone us? Won't they kill us because we sacrificing a cow or sheep or a goat? Because these are the things they worship. We will go 3 days journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to Yah, our Elohim, as he commanded us. So Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that you may sacrifice to Yah, your Elohim, in the wilderness. Only you shall not go very far away. Don't go too far, because you're still mine. Intercede for me. Go, but pray for me. Then Moshe said, indeed, I am going out from you, and I will entreat Yah, that the swarms of flies may depart tomorrow from Paro and from his servants and from his people. But let Pharaoh not deal deceitfully, because I know you're lying anymore, and not letting the people go to sacrifice to Yah, because I know you're lying. You just want reprieve from all these flies. So Moses went out from Paro and entreated Yah. Take the flies away from him, because he's begging right now. And Yah did according to the words of Moshe. He did what?
According to the words of Moshe, not
Are
of
words,
the Pharaoh.
are words important?
They're extremely important. And we need to
Especially
utilize
to
them,
the Most High, aren't they?
and we need to utilize them quite properly and correctly.
And he prayed for his enemy, didn't he?
He certainly did.
All right. It wasn't just for our people. He prayed for his enemy. Yo, Yah, please take away the flies from our enemies, because they're begging you right now. And Yah removed the swarms of flies from Paro and from his servants based on what?
The entreaties of Moses.
There you go. And from his people.
Exactly.
Not one remain. So they ain't got no fly in their room that they got to kill. But Paro hardened his heart at this time also. Why would he do that?
Because his heart wasn't right in the first place.
Because he think he's slick.
Yeah.
Neither would he let the people go. He ain't do neither one. He promised them that they would let them go 3 days journey to sacrifice to Yah. He said, nah, I'm not doing that. The flies are gone. F that. I ain't doing it. That's a hardened heart, isn't it?
Well, Brother Cottrell, just like we ain't got that 40 acres of mule, just like we got that so-called 1965 Civil Rights Act and all and so forth and so on.
Because that's what the nations do. But we see here we have to be spiritually connected with our Creator, don't we?
Yes, sir. You got to
He will
remain
punish
connected
them.
to the Most High.
Yah will punish them. But if we're right with Yah, he will spare us the punishment of them. When he's punishing them, we won't feel it.
They just like Pharaoh. That's their modus operandi. They got warehouses of promises and laws for us, and they take them all back and gave us some more laws.
Yes, sir. That was it for me. All praise to the Holy One of Israel for the great insight that he's provided us with. Praise Yah.
Thank you very much. That was very astute and very, very significant. Thank you. And I went right along with you. And the Sonya went right along, but she may have some additional comments and commentaries. The Sonya, any additional comments or commentaries?
Something that kind of stood out to me. It was kind of made me laugh a little bit. I'm in the Torah, and it's on 16.
16?
And it says in 6, yeah. And it says, and the Lord said to Moses, early in the morning, present yourself to Pharaoh as he is coming out to the water.
Mm-hmm.
And say to him, thus said the Lord, let my people go so that they may worship me. I can just imagine Pharaoh coming out to the water to, wash up or whatever
Right.
he's about to do. And here come Moses, and he's looking like, oh Lord, here's Moses again. That just kind of, early in the morning, he probably don't want to hear it. He probably don't want to listen. But that just was kind of made note to me.
That was a good note.
We know from yesterday's studies that river water was what?
Clean
enough to drink.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I can only imagine he was probably taking a bath or something.
Yeah, refreshing himself.
Yeah,
taking a swim
and
or whatnot.
And then here come, he just chilling, letting the water soak, and then here come Moses.
and his
you
brother
know,
Aaron, these two old Negroes.
Hold on, wait just a minute. Let me
early
holler
in
at
the
you.
morning.
Yeah, hold on. Let me holler at you.
Talking
Praise the
about
Early
let
in
Lord.
his
the morning,
people
you know.
go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
But thank,
that was just kind of. It just was kind of, the fact that it just all praises God.
all praises.
King
Thank you,
David
brother.
says the Most High looks down from heaven. He laughs at the nations because they are joking him.
Exactly.
And I'm
Yes.
sure that y'all got some humor for these Gentiles, these European universal white racial supremacy. He gonna show some humor when he destroys them.
They ain't seen nothing yet, brother Cartier.
Oh
Son.
no,
They
have
ain't
not.
seen nothing yet.
They seen something because they're looking for them UFOs and USOs. But you gotta know that there is life in the universe beside us, the Mellow King,
Certainly.
Yah's host.
They know the karma is a mother for you.
Oh
Praise
yeah,
the Most High.
and they haven't experienced that yet, as we speak, as of yet.
But they will, brother Cartier.
They've been getting away
They
with
fret
murder,
not.
haven't they?
Fret
Mass
not.
murder.
Fret not. Don't even worry about it.
These people have been getting away with mass murder and have
They
not paid
still are.
karma
They still are.
is due to them.
I mean,
So
what did they
now,
just do? What did they just do to Ishmael for no provocation? None whatsoever.
I just posted on Facebook that Yah is going to spit all those people out of the land, just like he spit us out because of their abominations. They are defiling, spilling blood in the land. And what does the land do to the people that spill blood and pervert and corrupt the land? It spit us out. It spit the Canaanites out. Guess what's going to do to these people that's in there now?
Go spit them out.
That's what's happening now, brother.
Yes, sir. No doubt about it, brother Cartier. No doubt about it, Sonia. No doubt about it, fellow students.
They don't belong there. They know they don't belong there. And they're living by the sword.
That's not their heritage.
Yeah.
That land is not their heritage.
And why are they living by the sword?
That's what they do, brother Cartier.
And
That's
depending
the
on Babylon for their ammunition.
Yeah.
If they were Israelites, they would know not to depend or lean on Babylon because they know that Babylon is falling.
Exactly.
They're connected with the Most High. But the Jewish people, the Israeli government, they're not connected with Yah.
No.
And they're going to fall because they're part of Babylon.
Well, you read what you sow. You read what you sow, brother Cartier.
Yes, sir.
Well, fellow students, thank you, brother Cartier. I want to thank Nasanya. I want to thank you, fellow students. On the other hand, Nasanya, as a daughter of Zion, as all daughters of Zion should do, which is help facilitate studies of the Most High Word and make astute commentaries in our comments to help lift up the nation and do good by the nation. So by virtue of what Nasanya is doing good by the nation universally, as all daughters of Zion should be doing, in some shape, form, and a fashion. Brother Cartier, on the other hand, just like Yam Sufari, we're nothing special. We're just old men, simply elders, surrogate fathers of the nation, doing our due diligence as all elders should do for this nation. It's not incumbent upon Cartier and I to do this. It's incumbent upon all elders. It is their moral obligation to do just as Cartier and I are doing. Help facilitate studies, provide studies, and exercise those studies, not simply by word, by action also. But that being said, as far as the son is concerned, a daughter of Zion, as all you daughters of Zion, Brother Cartier and I, elders, as all you elders out there, we can do no more. We've done our moral obligation and duties as elders and a daughter of Zion of the nation. Now it's incumbent upon you yourself to do something for yourselves, which is most importantly, study the Most High Word, trust the Most High Word, rely on the Most High Word, meditate on the Most High Word. Let the Most High Word be your footsteps and your pathways. Praise the Most High and bless His holy name. You see, the Most High Word is going to work in spite of us or irregardless of us. But for each of us individually, the Most High Word works if you work it, put it to use, activate it, take the antidote, Praise the Most High and bless his holy name. So without further ado, I will ask Brother Cottrell to make his shaloms and good nights. I will ask Nasanya to make her shaloms and good night and close it out for the night. Praise the Most High. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
Again, all praise to the Holy One of Israel. And as you spoke in Yom Suf, we have to apply the codes that Yah has given us to be a part of the salvation that he intends to bring for his remnant. So we study these words to be a part of that remnant, to understand and follow the codes. So as Yom Suf has said, Yah's words going to work for you or they're going to work against you. We want Yah's words to work for us, so we need to apply ourselves. And may the words of our mouth and meditations of our heart be pleasant and pleasing to our Creator, our Rock, our King, our Redeemer, our Father, our King. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Praise Yah and bless his holy name. Nasanya.
Shalom, family. Good night.
Short, quick, and sweet. Thank you, Nasanya. Shalom and good night. Praise the Most High.
And Yom Suf.
Yes. Yes, brother.
When you gonna play some of the songs I sent you, man?
I was playing them. You were crying about that. I was playing them. Those were the last songs for the last several days, which I've been playing on.
Nah, man.
So I've been going up, but I'm gonna play one tonight. I'm gonna play.
I introduced you to Luciano.
Yeah.
Y'all love is beautiful because he ain't one of us. I mean, he's from the Caribbean.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Brothers and sisters in the Caribbean and speaking out and singing to Yah too.
Right.
That's why I introduced you to Luciano.
Yeah.
But there's 12 more, 11 more other songs I sent you, brother.
Right. I'm gonna have to check it out then, Brother Koch. I thought I got them all.
All right.
Praise the Most High. Shalom.
Supposed to be going across the Jordan man is right next to Fort King David. Oh, going to Israel, the only place where we can be free. Oh, Lord. Now the Irish help the Irish, and the German help the German, naturally. The Russian help the Russian, and the Chinese help the Chinese eternally. Now we got to help each other, every sister, every brother, understand. Now we got to help each other, every sister, every brother, it's God's command. Going to Israel. Win that victory, gonna Israel, cause that's where we supposed to be, ain't that where we supposed to be, gonna cross the Jordan man, sit right next to Fort King David, gonna Israel, only place where we can be free. Oh Lord, Israelite, Israelite, now the Irish help the Irish, and the German help the German. And the Russian help the Russian, and the Chinese help the Chinese eternally. Now we got to help each other. Israelite sister and brother, understand. Now we got to help each other. Every sister, every brother, it's God's command. All you Israelites, help me sing this song. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.